the tab. This is going to be the first time I remembered to close the tab that I've been link sharing from. I don't know if you saw Avatar: The Last Airbender. Gray was like, Brad, if I have to hear you talk again after you talk again, like I'm gonna have to come up. Like she went straight like Azula on me.
Oh God.
Hi, Danielle.
Hello.
So welcome. Well, so you all know each other then. Did you get to see each other when you recorded Kemono Friends?
No.
No? Okay. So how did you meet? Is everyone Texas? Is anyone Texas?
Texas.
Texas.
I knew Danielle before, like way before.
Okay. So where did you meet Danielle? Tell me that story.
The internet is a wild place.
Yes.
So you met online?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was magical.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, Danielle, do you have a microphone on your side?
Oh gosh. You know what? I have this mic in here.
Whichever one something's picking up your voice. I don't know if there's a way to be closer to it.
Let's see.
Or yell. I'm into yelling.
You could do half my face in here, half my face.
You can just like project.
Is the microphone in there?
Yeah, it's in my booth. My booth's right here.
Oh, because when you turn like here.
A little
Okay.
blade. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, yell as much as you can. If there's a way to increase the input, we'll all be very silent when you. Okay. So like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like how did you two run into each other online? It's a big place. Online is a big place. It's the whole world.
Danielle, you can talk.
Okay. We met on a fun site back in the day. It was like a voice acting site. We met through there, and things happened. Awesome things happened.
Yeah. Magic.
Yeah.
Magic happened online. So did you see each other in person before Kemono Friends? Like, did you meet up at an anime convention? No. Okay.
No.
Right on. Emi, how did you get started? How did you end up in front of a microphone? Is this something you always want to do? Do you have a theater background?
I mean, I've been acting since I was little, but actually my degree is in music.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a grad degree. I have a master's degree in piano.
Okay. Oh, in piano specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, where did you go to get a master's in piano?
A Manhattan School of Music.
Okay. Did you just go out there for music? Did you grow up around New York?
So I've grown up in the Northeast basically my whole life. So.
Are you Boston?
No, but my boyfriend is.
Okay. Well, and then I just found out yesterday. Oh my gosh, Marissa is from Boston, and then
so is Susie.
Yeah. So I was like, man, right on.
And so is Dawn.
Okay.
Dawn went to school in Boston as well.
Yeah,
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Is there something it's always interesting to me, the geography with which things take place. Is there something about the New England area that's like creative people go there? Like how do you think so many people ended up in Boston?
I have no idea, but I guess there are a lot of good schools in Boston.
Okay.
So.
Well, because no one's like, oh yeah, I was in Chicago. Like I've heard that 0 times. And I've probably had close to 100 guests on ColorworldLIVE, and no one was like, oh yeah, I went to school in Chicago. So or like Seattle, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of places that are missing from but Boston appears to be a demographic that okay. Did you your whole life in Massachusetts or?
No, I lived in like Pittsburgh and Delaware.
What do you like the best? The New England is so small that it's easy to live in a lot of places.
You know, I really like New York City.
Yes, I do too. I love New York.
Unfortunately, it's a money-sucking pit.
It is.
Besides that, I really
You have to live with 5 people to live there. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I love it. Have you ever lived in Rhode Island?
No, I haven't.
I heart is okay. Anyone with Rhode Island in their repertoire? Have you been to Rhode Island?
No, there are some really beautiful parks there.
Oh, for sure.
Like really great photo shoot locations there.
And also some of the best pizza in America is actually right near the Rhode Island Convention Center in Providence. There's also a really good pizza place that's been around since the 1920s, 20s or 40s in Boston. Emi, I don't know if you're a connoisseur of pizza in Boston. If I need to look that up, I certainly will.
I had pizza near Yale, but not in Boston.
Okay.
So much.
Okay.
I mean, I did in like Cambridge once. But that was because my boyfriend's family got takeout.
It's like $40 pizza, which I will only pay for. Certain places in America are worth spending $40 on a pizza.
What's it called?
Okay, I will. So Dani, you tell me your Dani. Let's go to your origin story, and I'm gonna multitask. I have ADHD, which comes out as my superpower when I'm online because I can look things up. Okay, so you're in Texas now. Your wall sconce says Super Texas. That's like a Texas-y. The one, I don't know if you're like the metal that you hang on the wall always feels very Texas to me. I've been to Texas a ton of shows are in Texas. I have lots of friends that live in Texas, and that's like the motif is to put shaped metal on your wall in Texas.
Well, it's just frames and stuff, but I just moved, so there's not a lot of metal stuff yet.
It's the one candle holder.
No, it's two. It's just the way my camera.
Yeah.
Angled.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just moved to Texas?
No, I'm sorry. I moved. I'm still in Texas. I just moved to a different city.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you how much of life in Texas? How did you get to Texas? Tell me your origin story while I find pizza in Boston.
I actually am originally from California.
Okay. Northern or southern?
Southern. Place called Rancho Cucamonga.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
How? When were you in Rancho? Or when did you leave? I guess I left Pomona in 2005. No, I didn't leave Pomona till 2009 at the bottom of the recession. Were you?
We left California in 2005.
Okay, so you left before.
So we left
right before high school. Or around
in the middle of high school. I was.
Oh, really?
I had so many plans. I was like, I'm gonna apply for USC and all these.
I did apply for USC.
I was so excited, and then also my parents we're moving to Texas. I'm like, okay. It was like
apply for USC anyway.
It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it.
That's what everyone from UCLA will tell you too. Thank you. I'm here all week. Literally, Kemono Friends is all week. Tune in. Okay.
But we moved to Texas in 2005, and I've been acting since I was 6 years old. What? I've done print work as a kid. I've done a couple commercials, but my mom pulled me out of it because it got kind of weird for a while. So I still did theater, and that's never left me.
Okay.
And then I guess I started voice acting in 2013, specifically just doing that, and it's been a blast ever since. I was so bad when I first started out. It's I'm sure Emi and Danielle could definitely attest.
We're always bad when we start out. It's fine.
Yeah, it's you just listen to your old stuff. You're like,
what was it? Kira the other day was like, I found something that we were both in from the other day. Oh man!
And you were like, "Did you just
come far?
Just lose that? Yes. You just lose that?"
Yeah, it's ooh. But no, I love it. It's been an interesting journey, and I'm blessed to be where I'm at. So yay! And friends, and awesome friends.
Yay. Yeah, I miss hanging out with you so much. I miss going to 35 degrees and eating delicious pastries. And the lemon ones are so good. Yes. Oh my god.
So freaking good.
Okay, how
go meet Danielle?
How did you meet? How did you all how did you meet? How did all because you all clearly you're all new to me. I have never met any of you, but you all know each other. So Dani, how did you come across these people?
I met Emi through Funimation.
Okay. Just in the hall?
I think we had a Walla session together.
Oh, yeah.
What? Yeah, we had a Walla session together, and we're just chatting up. Sometimes in the
it was Fruits Basket or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I heart Caitlin.
Yes.
I love her so much.
Yeah.
She's so good to me. It's like
I will send her here. I'm gonna text her right now. Then everybody, give your best, like Caitlin. Okay, yay. Okay, I'm gonna text her and tell her we're talking about. I did this to David last night. Have any of you friends with David Wald?
yes.
Oh no, not yet.
He's my.
He's wonderful.
He is. There's no other word. Okay, so you met at a Wallace session.
Another word.
And then you like went out, and you're like, the evening never ended. And you're like, will you sleep over? And she said yes. And then
it didn't go quite exactly like that, but I mean, we hung out and talked more and just exchanged numbers and just text.
That's so cool.
All the time. And it's great.
I love Danny.
I love Emi.
That's awesome. Okay, so Danielle, how did you meet these two women? Where did you run it?
The awesome internet is amazing.
So were you just like trying to get into the industry, and you were like poking around to see who you could talk to? Like, I mean, the internet really is it's a very big. I'm grateful for it. It gives us access to people that like otherwise you would never come across. But tell me, what was that like?
So it was magical. Like I was working, and while I was working, I meet a lot of people that I've met in the past and new people, and I talk a lot to a lot of people. So it just kind of happened. Like I was working, and then I always kind of stay at home, so I don't go out very much. I'm a hermit. And I met everybody from the internet, and I have a lot of friends from the internet.
Yeah, Danielle is like senpai at this point.
Yeah.
I've been a fan of hers for like ever since Schoolgirls. I'm like, oh my god,
what? She was in Final Fantasy 7? Like,
yeah, like holy crap! How do you? What?
I know. That was a journey.
I like screamed when I saw your post.
That is so awesome. That's super awesome. Yeah. So Danny, I was surprised when so first of all, you are that man, I don't want to be too derogatory. You are the young person in the My Hero Academia Heroes Rising movie that was like she was like, you heroes are nothing, and you ain't worth your weight, and you're eating all our food. Get off my stinking island.
She's like, Katsuma don't need no hero in his life.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what she is.
Yeah, until she needed them really bad.
Yes, to understand how the importance of heroes are.
That was so. Who did you audition for that for the movie for My Hero? Is
Who
that
did I what?
Did Clifford or Colleen direct the movie?
Oh, Colleen.
Okay, so did she do the auditions?
Yeah, she sent me the auditions. It's a funny thing because I was like house sitting at the time when I got the auditions, and so I didn't have like my best setup. So I just had like my USB mic and stuff. Not this, baby. So like I got the audition. I was like, I hope this is good, and I just did it as best as I could in my friend's like guest room where there's like no treatment or whatever, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is gonna be horrible. I was like, well, at least I tried. She heard me. Yeah, that's great. And then like the next day, I got the email. Hey,
really?
Guess what? You got cast as Mahoro, and I was like, what? I did.
Man, are you next day that's a really quick turnaround. She didn't even wait.
May have been next day or maybe like a couple days later, but it was like a blur to me. So
good.
It was just like
good.
What?
That
so, yeah.
And have you seen the whole finished movie?
I've seen it 4 times.
Oh God.
I love that movie.
It's great.
It's very
really good.
Yeah.
Beautifully animated, and the music and everything. Oh my god.
So man, the music. Did you cry? Did you cry the first time? I did.
I cried the first time and then the third time.
Really?
Yeah.
Were you
didn't cry when we saw it together?
I almost did. I cried it when I was with my mom. Because she was like, oh my god, there's a baby up there. I'm like, oh my god.
Your mom would.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like as soon as but anytime there was like a high-pitched voice character before my character came out screaming, my mom's
like, is that you?
Is that you? Yeah.
Is that what? No.
Is that when you like, no, Mom.
That is my mom. My mom is exactly. It's like, is that you? It's like, no.
I mean, thanks for asking. but
it's
it's
like
not.
I appreciate you being on the lookout, but that's
But also not me. Not me.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie, Danielle? Did you go see Heroes Rising?
I couldn't that day. I had an invite to go. I'm like, oh, I want to go so bad. But I heard it was really great. I heard it was amazing.
It is.
And
Okay,
happy for you,
Emi or Danny, did you yell at the screen at any point? No yelling.
No. Well,
Much better behaved than me.
The first time in that big spoiler, I'm not gonna say what it is.
Are you talking about the Dragon Ball Z crossover?
Yes. Yes, kind of. That part. Yeah, when that part, I was like, yo! Like the first time we watched it, like in the theaters, I was like, holy crap! I didn't know you could do that.
Is that allowed? Is that
It's
like
not
somebody?
allowed, but it's fine.
Somebody
It's
in licensing,
fine.
get on the phone with Toei. Like,
I was like,
I'm sure Cliff would be like, it's not allowed for you extras, but it's allowed for me.
ouch.
I would love to hear him say that as Bakugo. I heart Bakugo so hard. At conventions, if I get into the right mood, I'll just call every fan that comes by an extra, just like in Bakugo's voice. Like, it's just he's such a dickhead. So, oh man. My scream out loud moment for me was I've the only thing I know about the Hellsing fan base is bitches love cannons. That's it. That's my okay.
Yes.
So when Momo Yayurazu pulls the blankets off, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I just screamed, "Bitches love cannons" at the top of my lungs.
Oh man, Hellsing.
Right?
I haven't read that in like forever.
It was.
Oh my god.
That movie was so full of fan service.
Oh yeah, it was a fan service movie.
And I loved every second of it.
I loved it.
Except
Especially
the end.
the second half. The second half was like all.
Oh yeah. That ending was cheap. It's like he was like, "Oh I have to pick up my dog from the sitter and end movie. All right, there we go. The script's done." I really want to erase Come on, that was a cop out, Danny. I want to see somebody lose their powers. That was so. If Mirio can lose his powers, then Mother can lose his powers. I'm not.
Yeah, but they need him for the rest of the series.
But do we? But do we?
We do.
Well, the fans might actually riot.
Well, that too. But the thing is, like, the whole premise of the My Hero, like the first episode, he's like, "This is the story how I became the #1 hero." So it's
great.
Like he's telling his story.
I guess.
So I guess it can't lose it, or else it'd be like, just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding. I didn't become a hero.
Well, just end it and start it with Todoroki as the main character, and we'll all just move on. And Deku can just be the extra that he is.
No, poor baby. A little bean. A little green bean.
He's definitely a little bit. You can tell who I like in that anime. All right, Danny, tell Ironheart. How much of Ironheart did you know before you were Ironheart? Before you took on that suit from Tony?
I didn't know much. I knew of her, and I was like, that's really cool. She's smart. She knows robotics, and like she can learn from Tony Stark. I'm like, heck yeah, that's cool. So like when I auditioned for it, I was like, this will be fun to do. I was like, I don't think I got it because I still felt kind of new. So I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get this. And then I had the email, and I was like, what? Okay.
This story sounds familiar.
I'm serious. I'm very shocked every time I get booked for something because when you audition, like, I mean, Emi and Danielle can definitely test from it. When you audition for something, you forget about it. And so
because you're like, I don't want to hear no for the 14th time this week, so I'm just gonna
yeah, especially when you find out that like even for like a smaller project that like 100 people read for it, it's like
so you're just like, I'm not gonna worry about it, it's fine. And then when it's a nice surprise when you find out you book it and you're like, yes. I mean, that's part of the business too. Because,
it is.
Because it's either you audition for it, forget about it, and then especially in like commercial auditions.
Yes.
Like, I wonder if I got it. And then like 2 weeks later, you hear the commercial you auditioned for like on Pandora or something. And you're like, well, I didn't get it.
Guess I didn't get that one. So send that person my check. Okay, Danielle, do you play video games as much as you're in video games?
I do. I play.
Do you really?
Yeah, I play so many. I've been doing that all quarantine out of work out and play games.
Nice.
What's your jam? What do you love to play?
I love Apex Legends.
Okay.
I love Portal Knight's pretty fun. I've been kind of hopping from game to game. What else? Right now I went back and played Fallout 76. They kind of fixed everything up. Overwatch, like a whole bunch of games.
Okay, who do you main? Do you main a tank? Do you main a support? Do you main a sniper? Who do you main?
So for Overwatch, I main Zarya for tank and then sniper for Widowmaker.
Oh.
Who's your sniper?
Widowmaker.
Okay. Oh yeah. My son. My son's a Widowmaker main. That dude, he's such a bastard with a sniper.
Oh wow.
He does the same thing in Halo.
My boyfriend missing when he plays Widowmaker, but
Oh, he's no good? He just
Well, it's the whole I shoot and I miss and I shoot and I miss.
Yes.
Oh man. Yeah. So is that alternating between tank and sniper? Is that like, it seems like a really different play style. Do you play both in Apex Legends too? Do you play tank and
there's a character named Wraith, and she kind of just goes from portal to portal, and she disappears and runs around the map sometimes. So I play off her, and then there's Octane, he's kind of a speed junkie, so he puts like little adrenaline shots in his arm, and he just kind of runs fast. So it's kind of like the Sonic the Hedgehog of the game.
So like totally, your characters are like across the board. You don't really like. Wow. That's awesome. Are you good at video games? Tell me you're really good.
I have fun.
Good answer.
That's what Amanda said last night. She was like, I can't Twitch stream because I suck at them so bad, but I won't stop playing.
I just don't want to Twitch stream because then it's more stressful.
Is it? Okay, Emi. What makes
I just don't want somebody judging me when I just want to chill,
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I don't want backseat gamers.
Oh, do they?
That's
so
answer.
Do you pay it? I guess because when we set up ColorworldLIVE, we set it up like free panels or where I get to know the guests, and then the VIP is where I let everybody ask questions. So I won't ignore chat, but like I'm not taking questions from chat. I guess it's a skill, I think, to see things popping up and to not like make that all about. I'm trying to think if I would imagine if I streamed, if I didn't want to listen to, I would just ignore the chat.
I mean, my stream is piano stuff, so I don't actually.
Okay, do you stream on Twitch? Your piano?
Yeah, I do.
She does, and it's amazing.
Okay, this sounds okay. So, musical background. You literally have a master's in piano.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a fan of like using the piano to do things that are not traditionally piano? Like think Lindsey Sterling with violin. I mean,
my streams are actually video game music.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you play video game music from the piano.
Yeah, video game and anime music, mostly video game. Like I did a whole Nier concert, so.
What?
That was nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's really, really, really good.
Yeah, that sounds.
I did that in cosplay as 2B.
Oh man, I bet that was a fan favorite.
I guess it was fun.
For someone who's concerned about the comments.
Hold on, I'm so sorry, y'all.
Oh, you're good. That's savage. Okay. So how do you book something like that? How did you go from, or was that part of school? Did you tell me about how do you end up on stage as dressed as 2B playing a piano to video game music?
I was just like, this is what I want to do. So I'm doing it.
She did it.
But no agent? Did you book the venue? Who invited people? Who sold tickets?
No, I just did it on my Twitch channel. I mean, my previous concert before that was at MomoCon online.
Yes.
So I did do a concert there where I played some Nier music, but I also did Final Fantasy and some Ghibli stuff as well. But
okay, so this was not you on Broadway okay. Okay. Oh, so do you mean what did they just launch? Metaverse? Is that what you're referring to? To an online something that New York Comic Con or Anime NYC put together?
No, I did just a MomoCon concert.
Sure. I was sorry. I was referring to the New York one. you had said that you did.
Oh no, I did one on Twitch. I mean, I went to school in New York, so
Yes.
I haven't been there in a long time.
All correct. Okay. Have you been to MomoCon in real life?
I have not.
Oh
Because
man.
it's kind of like it's in an area I don't really have a chance to go to.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'd love to, but
Okay. Yeah. Anyone AWA? Has anyone been to AWA?
no, I've heard a lot of good things about it, but all the cons I've been to have either been like in the Northeast. I went to Anime Boston a lot. Otakon, I went so many years since 2008. I went to KatsuCon. I went to Anime USA, Anime Next.
Did you meet Rachel at Otakon? She would have had a mohawk. Rachel is the CEO of Colorworld. She's a mohawk chick.
I usually do cosplay work at Otakon.
Okay. Have you been to Holiday Matsuri?
No, that's in Florida, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like at Disney. People always end up going to Disney. I know last year, what was it? People went to Holiday Matsuri and then they went to the Kingdom Hearts exhibit. And I was so jealous.
Holiday Matsuri, we need to get all of you booked for Anime Weekend Atlanta and Holiday Matsuri.
Yes,
seriously.
please. Kemono Friends panel.
Yes. AWA is probably, for me, it's top 10 in the country. Like the fan base at AWA it's almost second to none. Sec Anime is another good one. I don't know if anyone's been.
I haven't. The only LA cons I've been to are Fanime and AX.
It's it's in Sacramento, northern other side.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So you've been yes.
Oh,
yes.
hello.
It's like in the air. The magic is in the air, Danielle.
It is.
Yeah. It's a really fun. In fact, that's how we did the Avatar event. It's because I met everybody at Sac Anime in January before the world ended. So okay. So speaking of Kemono Friends, how many of the characters did you audition for, Emi?
Like all of them?
Did you?
I think we all did.
Yeah.
Well, Marissa told me that there were a few people that called up and they're like, "Can I really just do this one thing?" Or like she's like, "Fine. Who do you want to audition?" Okay, that's all right. All right. Audition for that. But Amanda did all 50. Yeah. Did you?
I mean, they send us like all of them, so
yes.
I might as well.
They sent it in batches. I think it was like 10 per.
Over like 4 weeks.
Yeah. It was the longest. I was like, dang, there's more of these characters? I guess we'll just.
I think there was maybe like 1 or 2 I didn't read for, but like besides that, I read for like all of them.
Okay.
I didn't read for Moose or Lion because
I didn't read for Moose. I did read for Moose.
Okay, those are the.
I didn't read for Moose. I read for Lion.
Okay, Danny, what made you say like I can't do Moose or Lion? What made those the two?
What? Moose was very aggressive in lower range. My range isn't that low, unfortunately, at least not yet. So
it'll get there.
I'm trying.
You got this.
It'll get there, I believe.
It's just really hard, and I was at the time. It sounded like I was trying too hard. So and with Lion, she had this high, cutesy voice, but then, when she's very in her intimidation phase, she had to be real low, and I'm like, I can't do that. Like I tried it, and then I listened to it, I was like, oh, this is cringy. Let me stop.
Yeah, I couldn't do Hippo. Hippo is like
that was the one for you? Is like
Hippo
okay.
I cannot do mature and sexy.
Same.
No. See, because it's like with other auditions, like with video game auditions, where they have like that mature queen type.
Yeah.
I can do like the calm lines, but then when I start shouting, I sound like a little boy. All the sexy goes out the window.
That's so awesome. It was funny in talking to Marissa. She's like, as soon as I see that she's got big booby, like I just give me that character. Like I know it.
See, for me, it's like it goes from like sexy to hello police.
Hello police.
We're gonna need to get her out of here. Yeah, That's it. Doesn't. Have you heard? Yeah, I think it's not good. Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. Danielle, do you have somebody that visually that you're like, oh yes, please give me that character? Is there anyone that when you're like looking through like what people look like that you just want to see on the page?
I used to go for like the badass characters, but now it's like, oh, surprise me, I'll try out. I think little boys. The little boys are fun.
Yeah.
I've started hearing recently that what has really like gotten a lot of actors out of bed in this year is to do something that they haven't done before, to show a director like another side of them. And that what was amazing for Marissa as she got to benefit honestly from all these auditions is that she was seeing people like really push like who they are, what they could do and who they could be. And I have to think like it's been like a director's paradise this year, like because so many people are doing so many auditions that you're just getting every week you're getting like people's best and then things you didn't know that actors could do. Dani, have you pushed it all? Like, have you found yourself doing more things that you didn't see before the year started?
Yeah, like I did not expect a lot of stuff because I still feel new. Like I still like even though I've been acting for umpteen years,
yeah,
I still feel like I'm
baby
new and people don't know me, so I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna do everything. But like I felt when I auditioned for Serval, I think there was a clip showing like how some of them sounded in their auditions, and it linked to like a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And so I clicked on it, and I was just looking at how cute she was, and I was like, "Oh my god, her Japanese seiyuu is just so adorable." And she is the sweetest person in real life too. Aww. Like she's like very quiet, very like, "Oh my god, hi," and I'm like, "I want to meet you one day."
Oh.
But just like looking at that, and like using that as a reference, I'm like, oh my god, she's so freaking adorable. She's just a dumb little cat. And I'm like, I relate to her so much because I feel so dumb sometimes what Serval does. So I was like, I would really love it if I got her, but if I don't, I will be okay because I poured my soul into my audition for her.
So did you really have your eye on Serval then? Like, did you feel like when you read through all the characters, like, did you get attached?
I did. It was her, it was Serval, and it was Beaver.
Okay.
Yeah, her and Beaver. I was like, I want to do it.
Yeah, I didn't expect to get Otter at all.
So who did you have your eye on, Emi?
The owls.
Really?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked the owls. Like, I mean, you hear my natural voice. I was not expecting to get Otter at all.
Oh my god, but you're so effing cute.
Oh, that's awesome. Danielle, did you have your eye on anyone in particular when you auditioned?
I actually wanted to be one of the penguins.
Yes, yes.
The penguins are great.
Yeah.
Oh, the foxes are great too. The red fox that plays video games. I was like, I love her. And then Afia got her, and I was like, that's Afia.
It's been really neat to hear everyone talk about like when they found out like who got because everyone saw like the character list essentially and there were so many auditions. It was really cool to hear like, oh, and then I went to check and I was like, oh, okay. Like everyone can kind of see, like, I feel like it's casted so well.
When I saw that I got Otter, I was like, what?
That's hilarious. Oh man, so much fun. Were you already in Texas, Emi, or did you have to fly in to record?
I was already there.
Okay, very cool. In terms of has anyone gone back and watched the full episodes of, or has it just been your experience recording?
What'd you do?
Not this.
He knocked something down.
Uh-oh. You okay?
Yeah, let me just grab him. You can talk.
Dani or Danielle, have either of you gone back and watched episodes of the anime, or is your experience just in relation to like when you were in the booth?
Zach, I think Doc just wants to hang out with you.
So I haven't watched the show yet.
Okay.
I do want to get the DVD one day.
He wants to hang out with you.
Yeah, I was surprised, to be honest, that you have to buy the DVD. Like there is no way to. There is a prolific blooper reel that is spectacular, and the blooper reel is gold in itself. It's almost a shame that the blooper reel isn't just like a pay-per-view. Like it should be. You should have to pay $1.99 to download it. Like that's how good the blooper reel is. Danny, have you had a chance to go back and watch episodes of?
Yes, actually, I watched. I got the DVD and I watched it with my roommate. I actually documented it on Instagram.
Yes, you did.
So, like, my roommate was really invested. She, ever since she found out I was a voice actor when we moved in together, she's like, "I need to watch all of your stuff." I'm like, "Okay." Oh my god, babe!
Aww.
That's not a cat.
That is not a cat. Not a cat at all. You want to say hi? Can you wave? You're not really a waver yet. No, not so much.
Aww.
I was struck, Danny, at the amount of philosophy that is driving the story of Kemono Friends forward.
Yes. It's interesting because you're like,
Oop.
they're just trying
Do
to
I have?
find...
Are you muted? I don't have any audio on you, Danny.
Uh-oh.
I can hear her.
Why can't I hear? Oh, there's a volume. Hold on one sec. I think my son. Hold on one sec, everyone. Sorry about that. Say now.
Now.
Oh, okay, great. That's awesome. Sorry about that. He must have Okay, so yeah, tell me what your experience was like in watching your way through and kind of seeing it all come together.
It was interesting because I didn't realize it would go that far. So what was it? When you're first watching, you're like, oh yeah, we're gonna see what animal she is. Oh my god. Yeah, adventure. And then you find out there's this whole back lore that you don't really get to explore yet. You're like, there's 4 gods and there's big ceruleans. You're like, wait, what? And then so by the time you watch the last episode, you're like, how did we go from let's find out what animal you are to holy crap, we just saved the world?
I mean, they still have only one brain cell each, but
Yeah. But that's part of the story that's driving it, is that we need to all stop. Otters don't need to look at penguins and say oh, I'm a sucky penguin. Sure, but you're an awesome otter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so much about how important each animal is to the whole.
And they're all cute. It's fine. They're all cute.
Yeah, they're adorable.
And they all work together to save the world.
Yes.
It's all friendship. It's like One Piece, except not 900 episodes.
Oh man, I love One Piece.
I mean, me too. But
I haven't watched it yet. I need to.
Well, it's
One Piece is the friends we made along the way.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of, but unlike, do we get? I don't know that we get a shonen vibe from Kaban in Kemono Friends though.
No, they're just cute.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a show that's a bunch of girls and has a shonen vibe, it's Love Live.
Yeah. There you go. But what's been really interesting to see about the Kemono Friends is how, its popularity has been the result of not spectacular graphics and not it's what's operating underneath the surface that has really made people stop and think about how we all fit together. And then
it has a lot of heart.
Yes.
So much heart in that show. A lot of it.
Is there something that stuck out to you, Danielle, in particular, when you were recording? Any interactions that stand out to you that really kind of made you feel?
I just had fun. I didn't have a long session, but the amount of time I had with Wild Dog, I had a lot of fun with her. It was cute just kind of seeing her freak out sometimes. Should we do this? I don't know if we should do this. And it's you're a little baby. I love you.
The bus is dead.
Oh man, that was so funny. Oh man. Did
dead?
Didn't they roll over? So I feel like the bus rolled over somebody.
Yeah, they.
Yeah.
Serval stands in front of the bus, and she's like, "And go!" And
like,
the bus hits her, but
Yeah.
it's kind of like she's like, "Oh," and they're just laughing at her. And I'm like,
Oh.
I was like,
I love how Otter's like, I want to go on the bus. I want to go on the bus. And then 5 seconds later, yay, I'm on the bus.
It's like they care way too much about this bus. But then again, they're animals. So
I was gonna say, yeah, and it was funny. And listening to Marissa like talk about directing, she was like, "Just be the animal. I don't want you to. Don't think about this. I just need you to go in there, be this animal, and come out and like come on, figure it out." Yeah,
that's a lot of what her direction was. Like there's one part where like Serval, there's a pamphlet box and she can't open it, so she's like just pawing at it. So Marissa's like, just paw at it like your cat. You don't know what this is. You don't know how to open it. So I'm like in the booth, like.
I love your meow 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 meow.
That was so much fun. Just like.
And then like the bomb that you left with the like where you're like like falling off to the side.
Oh my god, I love those bloopers.
Oh man, did Howard? It's Howard, right? Is the
Howard
the yes? The Goku is my favorite.
Yeah.
Like, and then it was like at a certain point. There was just buy-in. They were like, all right, come on, Goku. Like, there's no more fighting it. It was just like, come on, Goku. It wasn't until I watched Marissa play like the video game that I realized there was a region of Japari Park that was called Gokuka, something close to Goku. And so like that's where the joke comes from. Do you have a favorite blooper, Emi?
Oh man.
There's so many.
I know. I feel like the penguins were really good. Like,
oh my god, when they all like keep like side eyeing Princess, and like every single one of them is just like, God, Princess.
Oh man, I love the penguins. So good.
Oh,
they're so good.
Yeah. Is the penguins your favorite, Danielle, from the bloopers? Yeah. I love
everything, but the penguins are like, okay. I love those.
Yeah.
And like especially knowing that like Amanda is princess is just like it's like the interaction is like so her and her friends, you know, because we're always teasing Amanda because we love her, but we're always teasing.
It's funny though, because when I found out that who was cast for the penguins, I was like, they kind of look like they're actresses,
right?
Like Morgan Berry has the
man.
rocker, so she has like the pigtails. Like, oh yeah, totally Morgan Berry. And like Dawn has like the side swoop, all the sexy. Like I'm like, oh, that's Dawn. And like Princess, I was like, oh, that's Amanda. But like even when we got that, I'm like, that's
hilarious.
Amanda.
That is okay, man. I wish I'd have thought of that before I could ask. Oh man, all right, I might have to like tweet Marissa and say like. Or when I do her hangouts, we have her hangouts next week. I'm totally gonna get her on early and see if that's hilarious.
Like they did, like it's I don't know if it's intentional or unintentional, but they look exactly like
it worked out.
Yeah, I'm like, this is perfect. This is adorable.
I'm gonna bring up a picture so everyone can see what we're because as you're saying that, Danny, I'm like, oh my gosh, English, Kemono Friends, penguins. Okay. It's been pretty. Did anyone get involved in? I know that Marissa went down to a lot of the local animal organizations that are in Texas, and actually,
I think Danny went to something like that, right? You went with Susie.
Yeah, I went with
right after the cast party. Yeah,
we went to Big Cat Rescue.
Yes, tell me about that.
That was a lot of fun. It was like all the tigers that couldn't be back in the wild, but still were getting taken care of. And they had a Serval there, but he wasn't out on display. His name was Kevin, and I was so sad.
Oh, that's why you need to go to the Tennessee Zoo with me when I was there.
I wanted to so bad. You okay?
Don't die, Emi. That would be really tragic.
No.
She swallows.
I'm alive.
Wrong pipe. Well, and you can't fix it. It's not like you can like pour water down your lungs to like it's not a thing.
I'm alive. Yeah, I went to a zoo in Tennessee just so I could pat red pandas because they had a red panda encounter where you could pet them. And there were some servals, so I took a picture of them and sent it to Dani.
I was like, they're real. They're right there. But
yeah, they are real animals.
Yeah.
No, I know. Oh my god.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Parting shots before we take a break for VIP. What are some things that you're working on, causes that are near and dear to you, things that are important to you right now that we can highlight? Danielle, what are you working on these days that you want to direct people's attention to make the world a better place or to promote yourself? Either one.
So I'm working with No Sleep Podcast a lot. We have a whole bunch of Halloween episodes coming up.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we have that going on. I also have, and I'm blanking, but there is a project that Kieran is doing, and I'm working on that next week.
Yeah.
Sparrow Archives.
Yeah, all three of us are in it.
Yeah, all three of us.
Yeah.
So
And you said it's a No Soup podcast?
Oh, No Sleep Podcast.
No Sleep. I was like thinking of full on Seinfeld. No Soup for you.
Yeah, it's pretty much Halloween all day, every month for that podcast. So every episode is one episode each Sunday at night, and it's all scary and good tales.
Do you hang out with Jamie and Michael at all? They do Ghoul Intentions.
No, I don't.
Let's see. I've almost got your. Who started No Sleep?
David Cummings, I believe.
Okay.
He's the one who started it up.
That's cool.
All right. Let me know if I've arrived at the right place on the internet.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna drop this link so that everybody can go check out Danielle's No Sleep. If I could type podcast. I don't believe in spelling. That's what autocorrect is for.
Indeed.
Spelling is hard.
It is hard. There's so many things to remember.
That's why you use swipe.
Right?
Oh yeah, I always forget about swipe.
All right, Dani, where would you like us to go? What was the other thing you said, Danielle, besides the notes before I?
So there's an audiobook coming out called Sparrow Archives. All three of us are in it.
Okay, Spirit Archives.
Sparrow, like the bird.
Okay, let's see if we can Sparrow Archives audio book. Boom. Oh, that's one word, huh?
Yeah, it's black tie. Is part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, right here? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay. Let's drop this. Are any of you on the audiobook for Black Tie?
Yeah. That's what we just finished wrapping.
Yeah.
Oh, was Black Tie. Okay, sweet.
It's going to be the first book, and then the second book as well are going to be coming out in October.
Yes, check.
Really excited.
Audio. That's how we got into anime. Jeremy Lee started reading Rachel's book series, Colorworld, and I was like, man, like she would buy it we'd see her every couple months, and she'd buy the next book, and I was like, okay, maybe if I just save all my pennies together, I can hire Jeremy. And when I asked her, she was like, oh, I want to be Wendy in the audiobook, in the movies, in the TV show, in the anime. She's like, I'm into Wendy. I love her. She's a great character. And so, yeah, Jeremy Lee is who is the voice of Wendy in Colorworld for us.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Check out the audiobook with Danielle, Dani, and boom. All right, that link is in chat as well for people to go back. All right, and then what's next? Where take me, Dani? Where would you like to go on the internet to highlight things that you're working on, stuff that you're excited about?
What?
Decadence.
Oh, yeah, that's on Funimation.com.
Oh, fun. I can log in.
Yeah, I'm in Decadence and the Sparrow Archives book, audiobook, and I don't. I think there's one I can't talk about yet.
Yeah, you don't need to. Is it Decadence? Is that?
Yeah, DECA
Yep.
dash DENCE.
Okay, sweet. I'll post a link to this, and then if people are not subscribed, then they can go subscribe to Funimation.
Do it.
Do
I think
it.
you could get a discount with certain voice actors.
Go watch.
I don't have that thing yet.
We're not important enough.
No, it's. I don't know. Maybe we have to ask.
Yeah, I would ask the marketing department. That would be who would hook you up as an affiliate. Go watch Dani in Decadence. All right. Boom. Okay, Emi, where am I going on the internet?
So I'm in several Funimation shows this season.
Do it. What do you got?
So I'm a lead in Apare Ranman, which is on.
So I got AP. Can you help me?
APPARE.
Wow, thanks, autocorrect. Hey, there it is. Okay. I was like, when is this gonna bail me out?
And then Ranman is RANMAN.
I got that. Let's see. Here we go.
So I play the Native American boy. He's so precious and I love him.
He's adorable.
Yeah. So the episode 3 is coming out tomorrow. And I actually get to do stuff in that episode. So.
Yay. Okay. Check out. You said season 3 is tomorrow, or episode 3 is tomorrow.
3, yeah. So I'm a lead in that, and then I'm also a character in Kakushi Goto. All these names.
That's super easy to pronounce. I mean,
totally.
Okay. Is that a Funimation one?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
KAKUSHIGOTO. I play an aspiring idol in that.
Oh,
She's
thank you.
Great.
It's like, why is this not auto suggesting? Save me. Save me, autofill. There we go.
And then my character's gone because she got blown up. But,
no.
No. I mean, in Railgun. I was in Railgun T, so she got blown up. But there was a really cool fight episode before that, and she's Psycho, which was tons of fun. So
holy crap!
I don't get to play psychotic characters very often, and by that I mean almost never. So it was fantastic.
That's funny.
Go see Emi in Kagushi Goto. Okay. All right. And then we'll get that posted. So did you fight Brittany in that fight?
No, I fought Leia Clark in that episode.
Oh, Leah. Oh, man. Leah. Does Leah have another character in that? Because
Frenda. She plays Frenda in that one.
Because the season started out with Leah fighting Brittany in the very beginning of that season in like a warehouse district.
Was she a blonde girl?
Let's see. I'm trying to think.
I think she plays more than one character though, because I think Jerry did mention that. But
okay, that could totally be. Well, sweet, lady, really a pleasure to get to know everybody. I have been excited. Kemono Friends gave me an excuse to go meet a lot of people that I did not know before. So yeah, chat, as you know, the free panel is where I get to know everybody, and then bring your questions for VIP. We're going to take a 30-minute break, except for Danielle. You're going to start hanging out. So don't leave me, Danielle. You got to, Rachel's going to bring up your hangout.
Hang out with people.
Yeah.
Hang out with me, Dani.
Try it.
And then Dani, your hangouts are after VIP. Yep. Okay, perfect. So still plenty of time. We're leaving everyone's page up all week long. So if you want to get to know and hang out with Emi and Dani and Danielle, their page will be up all the way through the weekend, and then you'll just book that, and then we'll reach out to them and say, hey, what's a good time for you? And we'll make sure it lines up with your schedule. So have no fear. If you haven't booked yet, there's still plenty of time to book any one of the guests from Kemono Friends all this weekend. So everybody enjoy your break, and then we'll see you in VIP in like 30 minutes at 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Pacific. All right, we'll see you guys.